Hey, what's up everyone? I'm Mike Nardi, and today we're talking about imposter syndrome and Fiverr. From what I've seen, imposter syndrome is something that stops people from achieving their dreams, and when it comes to selling and making money on Fiverr, it makes it hard to do that. It makes it hard to do that while being happy and stress-free. In the past, I think I've personally experienced imposter syndrome myself, and I think that by overcoming it was an essential part of my ability to succeed and live a happy and fulfilled lifestyle. So today, I'm going to talk about imposter syndrome. We're going to talk about what it is, how it might present itself to new Fiverr sellers, and some lessons learned I've learned through my own Fiverr journey as well as the journeys of others through talking to them that might help you overcome imposter syndrome, get on with being a Fiverr seller, and be happy with what you're doing. So first off, I think it's important to show you the definition of imposter syndrome. I'll put it on the screen, but basically it's this. The persistent inability to believe that one's success is deserved or has been legitimately achieved as a result of one's own effort or skills. Basically, you feel like an imposter, like you just don't stack up to the other people doing whatever it is you might be trying to do for whatever reason. For example, on Fiverr, people might have a little bit of imposter syndrome when they're just starting out if they start comparing themselves to all of the other Fiverr sellers, all of their competition who have way more ratings than they do. Another thing I hear from a lot of Fiverr sellers when they get their first order especially is, wow, I got so lucky. And this is actually where I'm going to start to address the first thing I've learned about imposter syndrome when you're starting out on Fiverr. The whole idea of I got so lucky. I feel like that's an indication that a lot of new freelancers, myself included, really feel like outsiders to the whole freelancing game when we're just starting out. And as a result of that, a lot of us, myself included, when you get your first order, you're like, wow, that was so lucky of me to do. Wow, that was lucky. But was it lucky? Was it luck that you decided to give freelancing a try? Was it luck that you created a Fiverr gig that attracted a buyer? Was it luck that you went out and got the skills and experience required to even have something of value to sell to your buyers? No, it wasn't luck. None of that's luck. That is an example of you as a freelancer putting in the work, putting in the effort, and putting in the time to set yourself up for success and succeeding as a byproduct of doing that. So if you're just starting out on Fiverr and you feel like a little bit of an imposter, a little bit of an outsider, you're worried all the time and you feel yourself saying, wow, I got really lucky with that. Think about this to put it into perspective for yourself. Did you get lucky or do you belong there? Did you put in the work to create the gig, to take the leap of faith, to learn the skills, to deal with the clients, to set yourself up to get that order? I think that's a little bit of made luck. You made yourself lucky through the efforts you made. So don't feel lucky when you're starting out on Fiverr and you get your first order. Feel proud. You put in the work, and if you keep putting in the work, you might get lucky again. So the second scenario I've noticed that imposter syndrome tends to pop up, both for myself when I started out on Fiverr, for a lot of other people, is when you're talking about it to friends and family when you're just getting started. I think that this is pretty common for a lot of people, that sometimes the people closest to us tend to be the most critical and the most rash or quick to react with something negative when you tell them you're going to try something new. Especially when we say we're trying to do something that doesn't really align with their preconceived, definition of who you are that's already made out in their head. The reality is that people are skeptical. People sometimes project their insecurities on other people. Some people are just really harsh. Some people, even the ones close to you, might be jealous or hope for people to fail. Basically, there are a ton of different reasons why people close to us might be critical when we're telling them about a new business venture or side hustle we're embarking on. But guess what? Their opinions don't really matter. All that really matters is that you getting into Fiverr is something that you want to do, something that makes you happy, something that aligns with your goals. Basically something you say you want to do and you're going to do it. Remind yourself of this. If you want to get started freelancing on a site like Fiverr, just do it. And you don't have to announce that you're doing it to everyone you know. You can if you choose to, but you don't have to. And regardless of whether you decide to tell people or they just find out through osmosis, really and truly, who cares? When I was starting out, a lot of people were skeptical of me. A lot of people would say, oh, you're going to become a freelancer? Oh, what's Fiverr? Sounds like a scam. Whatever it is that they're saying that makes you feel like a bit of an imposter, makes you doubt yourself a little bit, really, I find it helpful to use that skepticism as fuel. It may sound childish, but that fuel, the fuel to prove them wrong, can be pretty powerful. Powerful because if you prove them wrong, the next time you're talking about it with them, I'll bet you they'll be really interested, maybe a little jealous, and maybe considering doing it for themselves. And honestly, I don't think any of these people are bad people. These are just people, and I think we live in a world nowadays where people are programmed to be skeptical and just have really negative thoughts about anything that they consider to be out of the ordinary when it comes to making money. And it really doesn't mean they're bad people. I'm just telling you this because people do what people do, and by having this perspective, it helped me, and I know it's helped a lot of other Fiverr sellers really get over it and not care about what people think. Don't let other people make you feel like an imposter. If you want to go after it and get on Fiverr, start freelancing, make some money online, you should definitely go do it, regardless of what people tell you. And just one more thing. So one thing I found really helpful when it comes to imposter syndrome, feeling a little bit unsure, doubting yourself about anything, Fiverr or any other side hustle, venture, or thing you want to do, I find it really helps to talk to somebody. If you have a friend, a family member, or basically anyone in your life who you know you can talk to without judgment and who will just listen, talk to them. Tell them what you're doing. Tell them how you feel about it. Sometimes when you put these things out in front of somebody else, they do a really good job of helping you see it from a different perspective to make you realize that you're really worrying about something that you shouldn't be worrying too much about. It's helped me figure out that imposter syndrome or feeling like you're not prepared to do something is really just in my head or being projected onto me by other people's preconceived notions or insecurities. And really that shouldn't affect me, and it doesn't anymore. A good talk with someone you love or trust can help fix a lot of things, and it's something I do a lot. Often, every time I'm feeling a little bit stressed out, feeling like a little bit of an imposter for whatever reason, it helps to chat with someone. You should give that one a try too. So that's pretty much my thoughts on imposter syndrome and Fiverr. We're all here to make money, and we're all here to find ways to make money doing things that we actually enjoy. And honestly, whether you feel like you're not prepared, you're an imposter, you're doubting yourself, or someone else is doubting yourself, you should just go for it. Use the things in this video. If these things are helpful for you, they've been helpful for me to overcome imposter syndrome, and just get after it. If there's something you want to do, take that step, take that leap of faith. You'll never know if you're going to be good at it or if you want to do it unless you try. Feeling like an outsider and an imposter, that's just something that's going on, whether externally or internally, that's stopping you from doing that for whatever reason. But give it a shot, talk to somebody, put things into perspective like I mentioned in this video. If this stuff aligns to you and helps, and give it a shot. I really hope this helps you tackle imposter syndrome, get started on Fiverr, and hopefully potentially change your life and give you an awesome way to make money online. So thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like the video, and until next time, cheers.